the show. And here's a song written by AI. Oh no, I hate AI, you say. But who cares, cause I mean, that's progress, man. Like seeing many taxis around anymore, or elevator operators. Get with it, you baby. Who is crying? Oh, it's you. The baby. Hi everyone, look at the baby. Laugh and point, cause he's a baby. Idiot baby. Babies are dumb, they can't do math or play games. Idiots. Hey, welcome to the show. I got a secret to tell you, I like you. I mean really, really like you. Like in a sexy time way. Holy cow, I did it, I said it. Man, I finally admitted how I feel. Love going to therapy, but I still hate the babies, yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. And here's a song written by AI. Oh no, I hate AI, you say. But who cares, I mean, that's progress, man. Like seeing many taxis around anymore, or elevator operators. Get with it, you baby. Who is crying? Oh, it's you, the baby. Hi, everyone, look at the baby. Laugh and point, cause he's a baby. Idiot baby. Babies are dumb, they can't do math or play games. Show. I got a secret to tell you, I like you. I mean really, really like you. Like in a sexy kind way. Holy cow, I did it, I said it. Man, I finally admitted how I feel. Love going to therapy, but I still hate the babies, yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. It's the only place where you're liked, you know. You thought your parents loved you, but then said, they don't love me. Cause I'm a baby.
I'm glad your husband.
And what are babies? Hell yeah, they so stupid. Welcome to the show. F them damn babies. Am I right? Yeah.
No offense, David Jaffe, but that's bullshit.
You goddamn right it is. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Gabbing Games. It's nice to see you. I appreciate you being here. Sorry about the delay. I have been streaming here and streaming on lolcow, and my YouTube is very, very confused. So, but this is here. This is Gabbing Games. This is David Jaffe Games. Nice to see everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me and talking about the video games. I appreciate it. Tech Protect is here. Tech Protect should be sleeping, but he's here. Why don't you come in real quick, Tech Protect? Let's talk about video games for a minute. Then we're going to get to Silent Hill. I'm going to give you guys some news, tell you about Split Fiction, how that's going with the chat. But Tech Protect, why are you not asleep?
I have great news for the King David Jaffe.
Yeah, what's the great news?
We have confirmation that we can be out there till Tuesday night.
Oh, yay. Oh, fucking fantastic. I've not seen my baby in very, very long time. Oh, my God. Great. So when are you guys coming?
She's super excited. I just want to do a quick inspection on the car. I'll take it to like the mechanic, make sure we get the vehicle's good. And we can start driving out Friday midday.
Oh, that's so much fun. Okay, excellent. All right, let's talk about that later. Here's the issue. Yeah, keep the guns at home, says K-Nubs. You goddamn right.
I was going to bring one for you.
No, I have one. I don't, and it's put away, and it's safe. It's in a safe, and it's not like yours that are just flopping around like, fucking, I don't fucking know, pizza boxes. Listen.
The dog likes the smell. All right, goodbye.
You said on Civilization 7... What was your rating? Because you played how many hours of this game?
Oh, God. So for those that don't know, I'm a huge Civ fan, the series in general. It's my most played game on Steam at about 1,000 hours on Civ 6. I've given Civ 7 up to this point 130 hours.
Okay, so you are qualified to review it. So I was surprised to hear your final review on this because you've stopped playing it.
Yeah, I love the company. I usually love the games. Civ 7 is probably not a buy.
Isn't that interesting?
I got the Founders Edition. I pre-ordered the whole thing. It was my birthday present. I love the company, but after giving it a couple run-throughs, it is just such a step away from the mechanics that we had in previous games. And we're losing out a lot of the cultural significance of other Civ games by having recurring characters like Gandhi or like, so on. But it's just a different game. You can pick it up if you've never played a Civ game. I'd say pick it up. But if you're stuck to like, I love this series, I love these mechanics, it's going to disappoint you. It's hard to say.
All right. Thanks, Tech. Yeah, so there's the thing. I've never really given a Civ game more than 10 or 15 minutes in my life, and so I actually may be picking this up, but I'm actually trying right now to finish some games and get through some games. Look at that. Twisted Sith says, can I come too? Heard something about you. Oh.
_your mama _your mama. Heard something about you being on a panel soon? Can you say more on this right now? _hug.
Yes, thank you for being a member for 36 months, Twisted Sith. I sure do appreciate it. You know that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't totally committed. Tech Protect really wants us to go. Now that they're staying till Tuesday, it might actually make sense to go to the God of War panel this Saturday. So that may actually be something I do, but I'll know more about that tomorrow. So, but yes, are you in the area, Twisted Sith? Are you LA or SoCal? If so, I'll let you guys know for sure. Okay. So, but thank you for that. You may have noticed the, oh, interesting. He says, Tech, teach me your game. I mean, that game, says Eric Lennon. It wouldn't be a bad idea because, I've been looking at the Civ games and I get kind of intimidated. But it may be that Tech could give us a sort of a members only stream, kind of walking us through like a basic kind of version. WWE 2K25 will be officially released in 4 hours, says Alex. I picked it up last week. I didn't like it at first. Hello, Hector, but that's only because, it was overwhelming. There's a lot of fucking mechanics in that game, but I've slowly started to get my head around it, and I really, really do like it. It's really good. Alex, I think you will enjoy it. Hey, look, see, Simon and Box. I can never say their name. There's somebody joining us from the Locale universe. Thank you so much. If you don't know, I'm doing a show over there Monday through Fridays in the mornings now, 9 o'clock California time, called Madhouse. Here's what I love, by the way. You're like, well, why are we having a Gabbin' and Games show? What? You haven't done one of those in a while. Because I had been struggling with wanting to talk about a lot of different things. So Madhouse in the morning gives me a chance to really talk about the weird shit, the I love the weird, all that shit. And then in the afternoons, we get to talk about video games, which I also love. But I was feeling like so this is actually a really good thing for my brain. I hope you'll join us on both shows. Okay, so their name is See Me in a Box. Hard. I don't know how to live this life with those words. Now, something else you may have noticed. A couple of things going on here. Number one, Colin Moriarty did lunch with Jaffe for Cult of Calypso mods and God of War members yesterday. It was like a 2-hour conversation. It was very well attended for a lunch with Jaffe. There was like 13 of us in there. We talked about politics. We talked about sports. We, of course, talked about video games. I thought it was a great time. That is up right now for Cult members and higher, and it'll be up for Diet Soda Soldier members next week. And then in about a month, we'll put it up for everybody. But I think from now on, I'm going to start trying to bring guests on to the lunch with Jaffe. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. The other thing is this Saturday on this very channel, we are finally planting a flag and saying we're doing split fiction. Right now, we have 2 players already. We have... I cannot say his last name is Jonathan B. And then we have Rocker Matt. Okay. And we're looking for 2 to 3 more. And so the spin right there, here's how it's going to work today on this chat. For every super chat we get, you'll get added to the wheel. And at the end of the stream, I will spin it 2 to 3 times, and that will tell us who our players are this weekend. You do not need a copy of the game. I will send you a friend code. It's cross-play, so as long as you've got Xbox, PS5, or a PC, you should be good to go. So that is happening throughout today's show, and we'll spin the wheel at the end of the show. Tech Protect's just put up a poll. It says, should Tech Protect record a Jaffe IRL blog for the 20th God of War event. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's probably a good idea. And Hector agrees in the chat. What is this? A video game podcast, says Doug. Gabbing and Games. How long till it's derailed? I don't need to talk politics anymore. I have another outlet for that. Another outlet. K-Nub says bring it. But again, it's $4.99. It's got to be a $4.99 super chat or above. It can't be a $1.99 K-Nub. Sorry. But that said, though, hopefully you'll throw your hat in the ring and try again. But since maybe that wasn't totally clear, if you want to send me another $1.99 K-Nubs, I'll put you on the wheel, just to be fair, because it's $4, but you get a discount because I'm an idiot. Let's talk about the news, my delightful friends. Well, wait. The poll is, in the poll whenever you want, Tech. I mean, if we go, we should totally do. We'll film a bunch of stuff and edit it. Absolutely. There you go, Hector. Yeah, well, we did an AI Keemstar over there, and I based on the one we did over here, which was that lady, that Lulu or whatever the fuck her name was, and I should make a video game. When I was thinking today about who it should be, and I'm like, should it be Shu? Should it be Miyamoto? Let me know who you think we should make an AI bot for. So, do only donations work or memberships as well? Anything that's $5. So if you want to buy a membership, that'll get you in. If you want to do a super chat at $5 or more, that'll get you on the wheel as well. Not a problem, my pal. Oh shit. Da Vinci's Demon says, my Uncle Rich has been in surgery for 16 hours. It's a tense day. Is he a doctor? You get it? Because he could be, there's a lot of reasons you could be in surgery, but he's the patient, I assume. And that said, though, I wish him well. I hope he does great, sir. That would be wonderful. All right, let's talk about this. Now, well, there you go. K-Nubs is on the wheel, baby. There you go. Well, okay, so Doug was gifted the membership, but K-Nubs got on the wheel. Father Alex, thank you, buddy, got on the wheel. This is how it's going to work. You guys are doing the Lord's work. I very much appreciate it. Thank you guys very goddamn much for your delightful generosity. I didn't say your $1.99 isn't good enough. It's not good enough, but you can make it good enough by giving me one more. All right, let's get K-Nubs. K-Nubs, where is it? K-Nubs. And then Father Alex. All right, there we go. We got more on the wheel. Let's see where it ends up, boys. Okay. Holy shit. Awesome Tatum, you old generous son of a bitch. Tatum now has 5 slots. A Tate, and A Tate. Holy shit. At Star Wars. Taint. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you, Awesome Tatum. Very generous. Welcome new members, says Awesome. Absolutely, 100%. Wonderful. Thank you, buddy. All right, let us get to some video game news before we actually get to the news that I have planned. Yes, Andrew Tate. Let's see if there's anything breaking before we get started. I always like to check the beginning of the show, but so far it looks like a relatively slow news day in the world of video games. But let's just check up here and see if there's anything we absolutely have to talk about in games. MLB, I mean, that's a huge thing for Sony. Sony fucking makes bank off MLB, but it's kind of just not my cup of tea. So you hear about this story, though, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's Superbad character, which I've only seen once and I liked it a lot, but I don't remember why his character was so reprehensible that Sony wouldn't let him touch a PlayStation on screen. So I guess it was going to be part of in the movie, like product placement. And they're like, that motherfucker, we do not want that motherfucker anywhere near our brand. I did see that, Eddie T. Nintendo store opening in San Francisco. Am I going? No, not really. I mean, it's, San Francisco is like 8-hour drive away. And, there's not really, I know you're a collector, so I get why you would go, but I kind of just sort of look at it and go, t-shirts. And is there anything really cool? Nintendo store, San Fran. Let's see what they're going to be selling. Okay, here it is right here. Visitors can experience unique products, characters, and worlds. Opens in May. Nintendo, for all of its charm and delight, is such a dull thing right here. It's like, let me have an amazing, experience But instead, it's just like, here's just some boring shit, you know? So, like, yeah, this doesn't entice me. Going to get some t-shirts and stuff, I don't give a shit. But it is cool, and I know in Japan that those things are absolutely mobbed all the time. So, you know, that's pretty fucking cool. I'd like to go to the Nintendo Museum. Now, look at this. Silent Hill Transmission came out today. I have honestly not watched it yet because I was going to watch it with you guys. Let's watch the trailer first, though, because that'll determine if we actually want to watch any more of it. But, oh yeah, Eddie T, I want to visit the theme park at Universal. I do too, and I want to visit it when they finish, thank you, Nathaniel, when they finish the other islands, like the whatever the horror one is that they're about to do and stuff. Then I want to get up there, or up there in LA to the Universal. Okay. Yes, that's right. That's right. Arathizzle says, I remember going to the Sony Metreon in San Francisco in the early 2000s. Fuck yeah. Look at this. If you don't know what he's talking about, Sony used to have a flagship store. It was the PlayStation Store, spelled it wrong, Metreon SF. And it was cool, man. I mean, they just had tons of gaming stations. They had tons of games for sale. That's where we did the press event and the public event for Twisted Metal Black. Here's an image of it. And it's really weird because Sony has continued to do very well over the years. I don't know why they felt the need to shut it down. But it was like a bar. You could come sit up here and try all these games and say, hey, I heard about this game. I'd like to try that. My guess is that it was just the real estate was too expensive, is what I assume, but it was cool. It was really, really cool. There was a bar where girls on roller skates would serve drinks and you could try games. I don't remember the girls on roller skates. That may have been a fantasy of yours, sir. PlayStation just canceled a partnership with a very popular YouTuber because of a music video he made, says Richard Joseph. Well, what happened in the game? I mean, what happened in the video? Why would he do that? Why would Sony do that? He must have done something pretty awful, right? All right, here we go. This is the trailer. This is not the live talkie, but I haven't watched it yet. Let's watch it, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. Here we go.
Peggy 18.
シュウ君、嘘ついてるよね。騙せてると思う？ひなこを。ひなこはね、死んだんだよ。ひなこはお友達といつまでも一緒にいたい。お友達は永遠じゃないのよ。
I guess they're subtitles. Sorry. Let's go back.
シュウ君、嘘ついてるよね。騙せてると思う？ひなこを。ひなこはね、死んだんだよ。ひなこはお友達といつまでも一緒にいたい。お友達は永遠じゃないのよ。彼らだっていつか必ずあなたを裏切る。あなたが裏切り者と呼ばれたように。ひなこ？あ、ごめん。何？天秤にかける価値があるかどうか、しっかりと判断しなさい。
Oh, I'm so ready for this. This is cool. I hope it, oh.
Hinako, いつまでここにいる気なの？自分でもおかしいと思うの。
自分で自分がわからない感じ。自分の気持ちが自分で理解できない。私かお前の夢の中ってことはないよな。
Oh, she's dead. That's cool.
ひなこ、もう時間がないのよ。あなたが生かされたということは、ここに至ってもまだ迷いがあるということなのね。あなたがそれに悩める時間はもう尽きかけている。
あなたは誰なの？さっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの？私はね、あんたをすぐに殺すこともできたんだよ。全部奪ったな。全部私から奪ったな。
Well, I think that looks fucking awesome. I mean, there's no gameplay. There's no fucking gameplay yet. Well, maybe there is here. Let's see.
それではお別れを。あなたが幸せを掴んでくれることを願っています。
I love that. I love that. So, I mean, I loved the Silent Hill 2 remake. Did they not give us a release date? It's going to be on everything. Great. I'll play it on PC. Yeah, this looks fucking, well, again, it's hard to say what the fuck it is, right? Were all those cutscenes, was all that playful, playable? I have no clue, but it looked excellent. Now, where is it? Valo216 says, I really like the look of the game. I'm not sure how it connects with Silent Hill. My understanding is that, and again, maybe Morgan can let us know if it's true. My understanding is that it's now basically talking about the fog, right? And the fog is basically moving to different parts of the world. And so it's in Japan at this point, but I don't know if that's exactly what the narrative is. This is a Taiwanese team, but does anybody know what these guys have made before this? And did anybody watch the actual Silent Hill transmission? And get a sense of sort of, do you guys, let me ask you this, Tech, will you put up a poll and see if this thing is like, it's like 25 minutes, so I don't want to derail things. Do people want to watch the transmission, or is it like, yeah, no, let's move on
Probably
to news?
Not.
Okay.
Yeah, but also I do have news from the back rooms with Awesome Tatum. He did the donation to memberships. He loves the community, and he asked if we can give the spots away to any viewers that wanted them. If you look at the top of the YouTube chat, you can see the link to our Discord. Join the Discord and meet me in the call-in waiting room. First 5 people will get Tatum's spots. That he has,
does he not want to play with us? Does he want to keep one of the spots?
He said he wants to give the community an opportunity to hang out with Jaffe. He's hung out with Jaffe before, and he thinks other people deserve the chance.
I'm wonderful to hang out with. Well, that's very generous, Awesome Tatum. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, meet Tech in the Discord, and we'll get you on the list of the first 5 people. Excellent, thanks, buddy. Yeah, okay. So we'll pass on the transmission, but. It's okay. Otherworld can be anywhere. Plus on Silent Hill short message, they had articles detailing accounts of Silent Hill syndrome. So it's like, it's right. And Morgan's saying this is set in the 1960s. So what I'll do is I will watch this later. And if there's any great news to pull, in fact, maybe let's go right now and see if there's news on it that someone else has already sort of, but I loved that trailer, and I hope the game plays like Silent Hill 2 remake, cause I thought it was fucking great. It says Silent Hill reveals new details about story setting and more. Let's see what they say. They explain more in the live transmission. Okay, I'll give it a look, but we won't put it on the stream. Let's just kind of go to the cliff notes. But it looks great. Finally confirmed it is multi-platform, right? It is from the guys and girls who did the multiplayer Resident Evil, which doesn't have a lot of love. It doesn't have a lot of love. Movie Maniac says Silent Hill F looks great. I'm not crazy about what SH Short Message did. I like the idea of the fog, but I did not like Short Message. I thought it was pretty boring. I thought it was pretty fucking boring. Okay, Let's see. Here we go. Japanese setting, lead female character, woke. Let's see. Hang on. Okay, I got to sneeze though. Oh, they did the Dead Rising remaster, Tatum, that just came out. Oh, great. Okay, so they got a pretty good pedigree. Okay, here's what we know. 1960s inspirations for the music, creature design. The central theme is find the beauty in terror. It was revealed it takes place in a fictional city called Ibisugaoka, which was, who cares? And is the hometown of the protagonist, Hanako. It's engulfed in fog, overrun with grotesque monsters, and Hanako must fight her way through the terrors, solve puzzles, and battle her own psyche before facing a horrible ultimatum. Looks to bring core elements. That's great. Okay, so it's going to be a real Silent Hill game like 2. The familiar otherworld replaces traditional chain link fence and barbed wire with overgrown flowers and animalistic tendrils, deformed monsters, mystery elements. Fans might want to play the game multiple times to answer questions. Cool. I mean, that's pretty great if they have the multiple endings and the game is, I mean, it's easy to be excited. It may be a piece of shit, but the thing that I loved about Silent Hill 2 is it really was a very rich, deep narrative that left a lot to the imagination and made people question a lot of stuff. And I loved that about that game, and I love diving deep into that game. So, Silent Hill F will be the first new launch in the iconic horror game since 2012. Expectations are high, of course. Early audience reactions to the new trailer have been overwhelmingly positive, but I guess we don't know when it's out yet, though. So it's still sort of TBD when it is released. The goddamn devil! Look at that. Anthony, our good buddy Anthony from the Discord community, he says, this is Anthony, new name. Thanks for always bringing awesome to me and trusting me. Absolutely. Let's put you on the wheel, you old so-and-so. All right, Anthony goes on the wheel twice because that's $5, and then we'll get back to some news. Thank you, Anthony. Very kind and very generous of you. Anthony. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Eternal says, yeah, Silent Hill is very deep in its themes and uses a lot of metaphor, psychological trauma its characters go through. Fuck yeah. I just thought it was, I mean, again, I'm not one of these guys, like when people talk about, video games, the stories are just as good as movies. 95% of the time, I don't believe that. I think that's just hyperbole. I think people are just trying to act like, I don't know what it is, but I certainly don't agree. But in the case of this though, or Silent Hill 2, sorry, I do think that is absolutely incredibly rich and deep and filled with metaphor, and it really gets your brain pan rolling. I love it. Fucking love it. Robo says, so the girl probably won't shoot, but rather hide in closets. Why? We see that she picks up a pipe. Yeah, Jay Styles says it looks awesome. I hope she has some kind of projectile weapon. But, we'll see. But I don't think she's going to be running around with a machine gun, but neither was what's the guy's name? James or whatever in Silent Hill 2 remake. Have you not watched the 2006 movie? No, I haven't. I heard it was rubbish. So, okay. But thank you for that, Anthony. Let's move on. Jojo D, the wheel is the spinning that if you spin and you win, you get a slot, one of the 4 or 5 slots for Split Fiction. That is coming up this Saturday at 10:30. The event is already live on the Discord. And if you want a spot and you don't want to pay for it, Awesome Tatum already has you covered. And you can go into the Discord and the first 5 members to hit up tech, and the waiting room will be put on the wheel as well. So Jojo D, you can either pay for every $5, whether it's a membership gift or you pay for super chats, you get on the wheel. Or you can, right now we still have 5 free that are waiting in the Discord. Okay, let's move forward. That's pretty cool though. I just wanted to say, I don't know how true this is, or, I don't know. I'm trying to find out what people think about Dragon Age the Veilguard now that it is, quote, free on PlayStation Collection, PlayStation Plus, or whatever. I absolutely adore this fucking game. I think it is delightful. I've almost finished with it. I hope to finish with it this weekend. And I was hoping that it would I don't think it would ever get some kind of resurgence, but I was hoping it would get its second chance in the court of public opinion. And so far, it doesn't seem like that. I wanted to scan this and just see if anybody, like, is anybody watching the show right now played it, and have they gone, oh, this is actually pretty good. This guy says it's a misleading headline. I mean, look at the entire list. I'm not sure you can say it's failed. So out of the last week, it was the 15th most played game, which, I mean, it's not bad for free, I suppose. Okay. It was from this comment from for those who try Dragon Age due to it being free. What are your thoughts that stopped me from trying it? His comment is so relatable. I can easily imagine myself spending an afternoon with Veilguard only to regret the time. Okay. This was their impression. Made a female character, realized I was playing in an all-female squad, exclusively no men, 4 women sitting in a circle with very, very childish dialogue. So I made a male character, played 3 more hours, realized this isn't an RPG. It's a very bad action game. The dialogue only got worse. I really did not find that. I think the dialogue wasn't great, but I thought it was a really fucking good game. It was a lot of fucking fun. Yeah, I understand, PK, that it came out 5 months ago, but it is now free. And most people that have actually given it time say that it is really good. And I've played. It's not about letting it go, Wayne. You missed the point. If you think my point is, I want not Silent Hill. I want Dragon Age Veilguard to get us. I want everyone to love it. Please just agree with me. That's not my point. The reason this story is interesting to me right now is because I want to know when something is free, if you have a subscription and you have actually played it, like a lot of us have, and most people who actually play it say it's really good. I was just curious if the court of public opinion has begun to change on it. That's why I was interested. I don't care if it, I understand it's never going to be a big success. Dragon Age is probably dead at this point as a franchise. Morgan says, I'm the Jaffe Dragon Age hype man. I love it. And Scoozer Boots played it. It's an 8 out of 10. Right. Brad Skaggs says 8 out of 10 is like a C+, LOL. No, it's not. It's like a B. Zack says Dragon Age is pretty fun gameplay-wise. I don't know about story, but the game is fun. Right. I agree. Okay. Let us move forward. Oh, I want to say thank you to Jojo D. Jojo D has purchased 5 gift memberships, which you guys have all gotten. And since we have so many wonderful members that are new via the gifts, I think we'll set up a pot and popcorn next week. And that means Diet Soda Soldiers and above can come in and we'll watch a movie. So you'll get some stuff in there next week. Absolutely. But welcome new members. Jojo D goes on 5 times. No, it's not, by the way. 8 out of 10 is a C in high school. No, it's not. It is a B-. It is an absolute B-. A C+ would be a 79. Right. Okay. Jojo D. All right. He gets 5 slots. This is going to be interesting. No, that doesn't count. This doesn't count. I was trying to get Joe's name on it 5 times. Okay, and that one's going to change anyway because we got to fill his slots. No, stop spinning it. I guess I have to. How do I hit return? Hang on, you guys. None of these count. All right, there's Jojo D. Okay. All right, so I actually have to type it. I see. And then one more. All right, there we go. Thank you, Jojo D, very, very much. Tech Protect, who's the other one from Awesome Tatum I should replace? Because we got 4 free ones. All you got to do is go sign up in the Discord. Tech, who's the free one? Who's the one that got one of Awesome Tatum's slots? Zing. All right, well, I'll put it on later when he comes back in. I guess he's masturbating or something right now. Okay, here we go. Void. Oh, there we go. Who is the new person?
So far, we have Anthony Wright.
Anthony, we already got Anthony because he did 2 super chats.
But he also requested one of the free ones.
Oh, okay. Anthony. Okay. And that's it?
And then Uncle Fuzznuts.
Uh-huh.
And we still have 3 waiting. So if anyone wants to come get those.
Yeah, if you want to come get those, we're playing Split Fiction, Bad Robo. Where do they go to get them?
Go into the Discord and join the call-in waiting room. I will take your name down and we'll give you a spot.
Perfect.
For free.
Awesome. Thank you much. All right, let's keep going. Now, I've not seen this trailer. What I find really interesting is so many video game trailers go up every single fucking day that it's impossible to be noticed. So I thought what we would do on each Gabbing Games is we'll just pick a random trailer that went up today. It's got it. Let's go to YouTube and let's look up video game trailers. Okay. And then we're going to filter it so we're only seeing today. So we already watched Silent Hill, and it can't be like a sequel or it can't be like Rainbow Six Siege. You know, it's like DLC. It's got to be something new, like a new game we haven't seen a trailer for. Space Marine we already know. Okay, let's get some. Okay, Mirthwood, Everdream Village, Void Martyrs, and let's say Vellum. What do you guys want to watch? That was my brother texting me. He said when we went to high school, an 80 was a C+. I don't remember that. I thought it was a B-, but... So what do we want? Do we want Vellum? What is Star Wars Unlimited? What the fuck is this? What is Star Wars Unlimited? Is that a game? Or is it a movie? Anybody know what the fuck this is? Oh, the Steam Wishlist channel. We should go there instead. All right, let's go to the Steam Wishlist. Well, he was saying, Briz, he was saying in our high school. That was my brother. Steam Wishlist. Okay. What's up, Tech?
We have a caller wanting to chat with you real quick.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me do this first, and then let's chat. Okay.
Right.
Okay, Tech, you make the call. Do we want Star Wars Unlimited? No, that's card game. Fuck it. Do we want Void Martyrs or Vellum or Mirthwood? What do we want to watch?
I would have said Star Wars Unlimited, but
well, yeah, but that's a real life game. We're only looking at video game trailers.
Yeah, Vellum.
Vellum?
Yeah.
Okay. Although, let me read you the descriptions. Void Martyrs reveal. Ever played as a nun in a game? You will in Void Martyrs. And then Vellum leaves early access May 20th. We'll pick Vellum. Here we go. New trailer. I mean, seriously, think about working on this game and this is your trailer. This is a terrible trailer. It may be the best trailer you can make out of a game. Maybe it's not very good. And it may be a brilliant game, but holy shit, this doesn't look good. It just looks like, yeah, like Valo says, meh. It's just okay. Yeah, Really? Oh God, no. There's nothing about that makes me give a fuck about that game. Thus, I did see Warhammer's in development. I mean, we knew Warhammer 3. Fuck it. I want to watch Void Martyrs. We're going to do it. Then I'm going to bring in a caller. 1 second. You see what I'm saying? I don't let you down, baby. It's cool looking. Religion, science fiction, and horror. How can you go wrong? Who knows? I don't know if it's good game or not, but the tone and the theme is excellent. Might be Twin Stick Lutron, I'm not sure. When is it out? Could you give me some info? Void Martyrs, Steam. That looks cool. Okay, Void Martyrs, survival horror roguelike, of course. You must balance faith with survival as you recover sacred relics. It's Indiana Jones, religion in space. Scavenge resources and craft the tools of salvation. It's going on the wish list. I like it. I like that theme. Reloaded. And yeah, remember it was actually, the original was Loaded, but yeah. I don't want to watch the Death Stranding trailer. Most people have already seen it, and I don't want to have it spoiled if I choose to play it, but I know it looks great. Jojo D says, can you watch Neo Berlin 2087? It's John Wick, Max Payne. Sure. Let's watch that, then we will get to our caller. Please hang out, Ancient. I'll be right with you, buddy. Okay, this is Jojo D. Thank you for the super chat. Do we want to put Joe on the wheel twice more? Let's do that before I forget. He's stacking the table, boys. This is just like Elon Musk when he spent his money to elect Trump. He's like, I'll fucking just buy my way to success. I understand, Jojo D. All right, you want to watch a trailer called, I hope there's no copyright music, Neo Berlin. Oh, it's a game. Excellent. Never heard of this. The most recent one. What's the most, is there 6 months ago is the most recent trailer. So I guess we'll watch that. Here we go.
I know you wanted me to use this channel only in emergencies, but I can hear them again.
Lutron, it's Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m.
She's here. She's somewhere in this sector.
But I had to discover what lay beyond. I had to see it with my own eyes. Who are you?
I'm here to help you. My name is Nolan. I'm a special investigator. I work with your father.
Help me.
We gotta go. Now.
This looks cool. Who's developing this? Or is this one of those one-man band games that looks good but ends up being shitty? German studio. Is it like Max Payne or something? This is cool. I like it. It looks kind of janky. You've got to learn to love the jank. Enough bitching about jankiness.
Why are you
Jesus.
for me?
I'm not gonna let them hurt you, Natalie. This city needs someone like you.
I never asked for any of this.
Well, cliche characters, but Deus Ex meets Max Payne, that's pretty good.
Whatever is necessary to keep you safe.
I think it looks cool. When's it out? Neo Berlin? It comes out in 2087? That's too long. Vaporware. It looks cool. Look, janky, I don't get. I'm tired. I mean, again, go with God, live your life. But I'm tired of people bitching about janky shit. It's ridiculous to me. It's like if you want things to look photoreal and perfect, then guess what you're going to get? Generic, safe shit every single fucking time. Because jank free equals incredibly expensive, which means no one's taking chances. But that said, though, I mean, I'm interested. I think it looks kind of cool. Thank you, Jojo D. All right, let's bring in Ancient. I'm not going to say that last name because I don't know how to pronounce it and I don't want to say something horrible. So let's just call him Ancient. If I can bring him in, I can't drag him in. What's going on? There we go. Well, what is up, my good friend? It's Jaffe. How's things? Hello? Where's Ancient? Ancient, are you there?
I almost got you with my name, Jeff.
Yeah, there's no way I'm saying that. What am I, 5? Do you actually have something you want to talk about or no?
You know what?
And how did Tech Protect how did he not catch that? Jesus Christ. Anyway,
it's
what's
not
up?
bait, to be honest.
All right, well, what's up?
It means
Don't just I don't want to hear it. Go.
Hey, well-
What's up?
I just wanted to ask if you're ever going to think about bringing Corey Barlog on the show, and you guys just kinda have a talk.
I would love Corey to come on the show, but it's not about that. It's about Sony not really wanting anybody to come on my show, and I get it. You know, most PR people don't want their people to come on my show. So I've talked to Corey about it, and he's like, yeah, but you know, you got to go through PR. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Because if they even agreed to talk to me, it would be them going, okay, if you want to talk to Corey, here's the list of, I'm like, fuck you. What the fuck do I want to do a fucking interview with somebody for? About what were your inspirations for the Blade of Chaos in the 2018 version of the game? Fuck off! Who cares? I want to know the real shit. I'm not interested in that bullshit.
What kind of show? What kind of show would you talk about then?
If I could ask these people anything, like in Corey's case, I would say, okay, look, we're rapidly rushing into the 10th year anniversary of God of War 2018. The game that you put out before God of War 2018, even though you worked on tons of shit, the last game before that you had directed was God of War 2, which was like 2008. And I'm like, every 10 years for a game has got to be just devastating. And do you feel that maybe you should start working in indie or AA because life is short and you can only get so many of these made and it's just getting longer and longer and longer? So I would talk about things like that. I would
suggest them to leave, like, abandon development of God of War, because they're still going on.
Well, I wouldn't say abandon it, and I don't think he's directing the new God of War. I think he's going to be doing God of War. I think he might be, creative directing it, but he's doing his own thing. But as a creative, the only reason at this point, unless you just can't raise the funding to stay at a big company, is because you haven't made your mark yet, or maybe a couple other reasons. But fundamentally, as a creative, you want to express a lot of different ideas. And Corey's a creative guy, and I'm sure he's got a lot of fucking ideas. And the idea that you're only going to get to make, 3 of them before he expires, assuming that each one does well enough that Sony writes you another check for $400 million, I would say that that's got to be something on his mind, and everybody's mind, Neil Druckmann's mind, anybody working on these big games. Because after a while, you've made your money, you've planted your flag, and then it's like, okay, now I want to make this. And they're like, well, that's not commercial for us. And I get it. I mean, most creatives have to deal with that. So that's what I would ask him. Or that's one of the questions that I don't think Sony would approve of.
Yeah. I mean, that's the selfish part of us as a gamer. Well, for me at least, is wanting him to stay in the company and continue to work on God of War, because you guys have just done, a damn good job. And I've been playing God of War since I was a kid, and God of War 1 is probably my favorite of the Greek games.
Oh, well, that's
but they
nice.
might take your idea. Yeah, and they might take your idea, because obviously there's a lot of rumors about them going to Egypt. And I remember one of your interviews, you talked about, like, talking about the Sphinx and how you'd incorporate. So they could still take your ideas and use it, but just as far as Corey, I think most people, selfishly, admittedly, want him, would prefer him to stay in Santa Monica.
Sure, but what ends up happening though with that is, the most thing I can compare it to is like when they asked Spielberg, he's like, oh, I made the Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones, the Crystal Skull for the fans, because everywhere I went, people wanted another indie movie. And it's like, I don't want you making a fucking indie movie, and I don't want Corey making a goddamn God of War game if he's not passionate. I'm not saying he's not, but to do it just because the fans want it, what the fans want is a game made by people who are so obsessed that they will sacrifice almost everything in order to see it come to light. That's what they think they're going to get again. But if the people working on it no longer feel that way because they've already climbed that mountain, then they're going to be disappointed. And so as long as the people who are sticking around have that passion for a new God of War story, I think your desire is absolutely right. But I'd rather have new blood that's like chomping at the bit to tell a God of War story if Corey or Eric or those guys are like, oh my God, not another one. I can't do another one kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want it to be like that. But you guys switch it up each game, right? So to keep it fresh.
It's never really that. intentional. Like Corey was supposed to direct God of War 3 and then he left for other opportunities. So it's just kind of worked out that way, but it's never been the intent. Darth Nugget says he wants a game where the development broke up at least 3 marriages. It's kind of true though. All right, Ancient, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
All right, see you, man. Absolutely. Call back anytime. All right, here's my best friend in the world, Twisted Sith. What's up, champion? Twisted old Sithioto. Are you there?
Hey.
What's up, bud?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you great. What's going on?
All right. Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Well, let's see. I got a couple things here. I never know. It's always hit or miss, if it's going to interest you.
Oh, yeah. You got to fucking roll them dice, you old motherfucker. What's going on?
Let's see. I guess I'm wondering, how important do you think that nostalgia is in a video game? Because it seems like, with the Indiana Jones game, even with Astro Bot, and of course all these endless Resident Evil remakes, and there are even rumors now that they're remaking the remake of Resident Evil 1, and they also had a director's cut. I mean, it's endless.
Well, the Resident Evil 1 remake is probably going to be more like a remake of, like, in the vein of 2, which they haven't done yet. But I know what you mean, yeah. So how...
Yeah, and I want it, but but how... Yeah, right, the nostalgia.
I think here's what I think about it. I appreciate that you recognize it because not everybody does. I thought Astro Bot was a delightfully, wonderfully well-made game, but if you ripped out the nostalgia, there's no way it would be getting Game of the Year awards like it is. Not because it's not a great game, but because the nostalgia is what really is the magic in that game. Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, my favorite game of last year, I don't have the capability of recognizing, is it my game of the year because it's indie and I adore indie almost more than any other creative product ever? Or is it because it could stand alone if the guy was just called, Fred Torres and he was just a new archaeologist? I have no way of knowing. I do know that these things are super expensive, and every lever that you can give these guys when they're spending this kind of money to pull, they're going to pull it. And the unfortunate part about that is, and you know this, we all came up, me with Atari, a lot of you guys with PlayStation, where these games were inexpensive enough that they could try new things that became big franchises. And what we don't have today, but those inexpensive enough things were still our version of AAA, right? So when Resident Evil 1 came out, that was top of the fucking food chain. And it didn't cost so much money that you could establish tons of new franchises. And now, because it costs so much, the AAA space is just really, it's a wasteland of nostalgia, which I don't mind because I happen to love the products. But, we're not getting new shit. I think the best thing to happen is maybe a lot more AA games come out, and the ones that really hit get called up to the big leagues. So a game like Evil West, if that would have done really well, then they would have said, okay, you know what? Or even Space Marine. Space Marine 2 is a great example. Space Marine 2 did so well that today, when they just announced Space Marine 3 in development, my guess is they're going to be getting a big influx of cash to spend on it this time because it was a big hit and people loved it. And even though Space Marine is it's a franchise, most people... outside of, the geeks of the UK don't really follow Warhammer. I know, I'm not saying no one does. Don't come at me. But that's what I would say. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Well, are you excited for the, here comes the 20th anniversary of God of War, the original, and everybody, there's so many rumors about there's going to be remasters or reboots or an announcement of a Atreus spinoff or whatever it might be, an Egyptian version and all that, and it's all great, but
Super Chat.
One sec, Twisted. One sec.
Silent Hill F have a Stoner Joe reference too? I could see your love if when I Keemstar said I was on point and spitting mad.
Okay, I'll get to you in a second, David K. Continue, Twisted Sith. So you were asking about, I forgot. What were you asking about?
Nostalgia, and here comes the 20th anniversary.
Oh, 20th anniversary. Right. What's your question about the 20th anniversary, though?
Well, it's just a little saddening to, like you said, like we're not getting new things. It's like everything in the space today is either copying each other or just copying their past selves. And
we are
it's like
getting we are getting tons of new things. You just can't play only AAA. I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, there's so much creativity happening right now. Like in the chat, Valo says the indie scene is where all the creativity is, just like every other industry. Mouthwashing was my game of the year, and that was probably super cheap. Yeah, it was like 2 people. My third or fourth game of the year was called While We Wait Here, and it was like 1 or 2 people.
So you have to dig for it.
Well, hang on. Arathizzle says this is not true. There is new stuff in AAA too. I'm not saying there's no new stuff, but name a couple of franchises that are brand new. So Charles Darwin says Avowed. Okay, that's a great example. Give me another one. Like what has come out that are AAA games in the last couple years? Yeah, but
I haven't heard anyone say that they liked Avowed.
I heard a lot of people liked it. I haven't played it yet, but Death Stranding, Addy Pie says, I don't think Death Stranding is some kind of massive success though. But sure, I mean, yeah, Death Stranding is one, but you have to admit, all of you guys, that they are a lot fewer and further between. And right, Hector says things take a long time to make as well. And Returnal was another great one, but Returnal I would argue is AA, not AAA, but still.
This is what I think. I think that it's the companies, the major companies anyway, they just make the safe bet now, where it used to be that they were more adventurous and taking risks.
It was not that. It was absolutely not that. It feels like that. But companies have been companies since there have been companies, right? And I know that sounds stupid, but it's meant to. The fundamental goal of these companies when I was at Sony in 1995 was still profitability. It was still, let's make choices that are going to make us stinking rich. It's just that the choices didn't come with, if you make a bad call, you shut down an entire 200-man team. Greed is always in the room when these decisions are made. I've told the story many times, but I sat around a conference room table with a bunch of other game developers pitching marketing at Sony in 95, what I wanted to make for PlayStation. And the marketing guy was just like, yep, nope, yep. He got to me. I said, it's basically Mad Max in this 3D city. It's like Doom meets Mad Max. He goes, great, do it. Somebody else was like, I want to make a game about giant mechs and you have to figure out how to do puzzle mechanics to solve problems with their brain. He's like, nope, kill it. Right? I mean, that was still happening. The difference is that we could afford to fail a lot more, is what I would say. So, all right, Twisted, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, take care.
See you, bud. There he goes, off into the Thursday night evening. Okay. Look, I'm not knocking the goddamn cockadoodie Death Stranding. I what I played of it, I liked. I'm just saying that it is a game that is not. I have to assume Sony expected more from it at a sales level, and my understanding, and I have not watched the trailer, and I have not watched the panel from South by Southwest, but the people that have told me about it say that it looks a lot more action oriented. And I don't think it's a surprise that the next game Kojima is making for Sony is basically their version of Metal Gear. Is probably going to be much more action oriented. My brother just sent me a chat. He said, don't forget the guy who gave you $5. Let me see. Did I forget that guy? Oh yeah. Thank you, Philip. David K. Did Silent Hill F have a Stoner Joe reference? I don't think so. But you never know with Stoner Joe. David K., I'm going to put you on the wheel, baby. 10 more years on the wheel for you. David K., thank you, buddy, for that super chat. And David K., thank my brother for reminding me not to forget. All right. What do we got up here? I saw this. Did you guys see the trailer for Power Wash 2? I loved Power Wash. I thought it was great, Power Wash Simulator, but I'm having a hard time understanding what is new. It almost just feels like it's just different locations, and it's just like almost like an expansion pack. It says the only real big difference is you have a home base now. This time around, you can put down roots and make the place yours by collecting furniture, trinkets, and spruce it up. Then invite your Power Wash pals over to check out your pad. There's a split screen mode. I mean, again, I think it's great. I'm excited to play more of it. It's a delightful series, But I do look at it and go, really, what else can they do with it? But, you know, I'm not, what are you out of your goddamn mind? Anthony says power wash and you're pissing on Death Stranding. I'm not pissing on, why are people dumb? Why can't people just listen? I didn't say anything bad about it. I said I don't think it performed as well as Sony expected. And for a lot of people, it's a very slow-paced, slow burn game, which is not the most commercial thing in the world. Power Wash Simulator is a much more instant commercial pick up and play kind of experience. That's all I'm fucking saying.
Years of time off playing hundreds of games will lead to you releasing your magnum opus before you croak? Legit question.
Thank you, Man K, for 14 months of support in the Diet Soda Soldiers. I'll answer this two ways. The first one is I definitely think I enjoy games, know more about games, and have better ideas as a designer because of all this time off. That I've been playing games, coming at it as a pure, hang on. This is the Power Wash trailer while we're watching the sequel. Coming at it as a pure fan. But I also, at the same time, though, would say, I don't like the concept of magnum opus. I don't like the romanticization of creativity that happens in every industry. And now we're seeing it here. I hate it. I hate the words used to talk about the creative process. I hate the kind of, you know, adulation that a lot of these from the mind of this person or the visionary mind of this. It's so gross to me. Because a lot of these things are team efforts, but even if they are not just team efforts and they are one-man band games, it makes things seem more magical than they really are. And it's just people showing up and doing the work. Is what I would say. So I'm bothered by your phrasing, but that said, yeah, probably. You can say that's how you see me, but what I'm telling you, PG, is that's not how it really is. You know, my creativity at one point in time, you know, it was connected to the zeitgeist, and I happened to get fortunate and work with a lot of creative people, and we did great. But what I will tell you is this, there was a Anthony Mackie. Is Anthony Mackie the Captain America and Twisted Metal trailer, or he's on a podcast that's been getting clips and stuff recently. And one of the clips that came out, he was talking about just how much he's like, you know, I've been in the business for 24 fucking years, acting meaning. And he's like, of course there's nothing wrong with having passion for your craft, but no one's denying that. But the passion is not the magnum opus. The passion is showing up and going, how do I make this section of this level more interesting while also adhering to the fact that the programmers need us to basically find 15 more frames for this section because there's too much shit in here and I got to figure out what to cut. That's the passion for your craft, not talking about magnum opus, right? But here's what he said, though. Here's what he said. Yeah, Goddamn Devil, who has been a professional musician for a very long time, says people don't want the truth. Don't force it down their throats. I can't help it. I agree with you. It would be better if I just said thank you, but I can't. And so what he said was, he's like, I've been in Oscar-nominated films. I'm fucking Captain America. And he's not fucking Captain America. It's crazy. He's fucking Captain America. You don't understand where the comma should go, or I don't know. But you understand. He's got a big role. He's in the Twisted Metal series. He's like, but so much of it was just luck, right? And it reminds me of that year I went to Comic-Con and I saw all these amazing products to the right, and then to the left I saw these amazing products. And the only difference, the ones on the right side of the convention hall were one-man bands, one woman, two whatever, small potatoes, super indie, self-published stuff. And there was nothing about those ideas that weren't as interesting as a lot of the ideas on the right or whatever, which was the big budget, the Sonys, the Foxes, the Microsoft. It was just that for whatever reason, luck, talent, politics, tenacity, ambition, all of those things allowed those ideas to become something that lodged themselves into the culture. And then those creators were looked at as some kind of ascended beings at a creative level. And I just find it not true. I just find it disrespectful to the art form, frankly. So, and I understand what you're saying. You're saying, Eternal says, I don't see what the harm is in using flowery language to captivate an audience. Nothing if you're selling to them. If you're basically saying, I would like marketing, please, you're absolutely right. But people who come here, and you've been coming here for a long time, Eternal, I am not trying to market to you. I'm trying to tell you my truth in my experience as someone who has worked in the creative field. And, you know, that's just kind of the way it is. Eternal says the majority doesn't care how the sausage is made. Sure, but I don't care. I mean, that's what this channel is. I would still be working in games if I cared about that stuff. I want to tell you how it was made. And like it or don't like it. Addy Pie, you act like you've got a gotcha question. He says, Jaffe, you have problems with marketing teams, so say that. I have said that many, many, many times. You're late to the party, good sir. David Lynch was an ascended creative being, though, says Movie Maniac. I don't even know what that means, but sure, I'll give you that because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Jaffe, so there weren't any people that the team could not afford to lose? Of course, there were tons of people we couldn't afford to lose. I'm not saying people aren't important. I'm not saying talent doesn't matter. Of course, talent and hard work and craftsmanship matter. Of course. But that doesn't mean that they are, as this guy said, as Movie Maniac said, ascended creative beings. It's so, you know what I thought people would say? I thought people would say, thank you, Jaffe. I don't mean today, but I mean just since I've been doing streaming. Thank you, Jaffe, for sharing with us the real truth. It's nice to actually have somebody not, you know, just spreading bullshit in order to make money off of us. And I've been so surprised, like Anthony's got it right. Eternal, I think has it right. That people don't really want that. People don't really fucking want that. And that's not like a knock against those people. I get it. Darth Nugget says, Jaffe, you're telling us Santa Claus isn't real and expecting us to be happy about it. I'm expecting you, now that you're not a child, to be appreciative of people telling you the truth. You don't need to be happy about it, but you might want to be grateful for not, you know, for having one piece of the puzzle at least exposed as real. Anyway, that's my experience with it. Hey, maybe you go into video games, you have a totally different experience. I think it's all horseshit. Not making games, but that, you know, kind of, and yeah, there's Philip saying there's no Santa Claus. Here's why it really matters. It matters because when the rubber meets the road, it's about, are you being entertained? And are you being entertained? I don't know. Do you have Game Pass? And if you have Game Pass, have you downloaded one of the greatest, most overlooked games of the last 6 months? Mullet Mad Jack? This game is video game crack. And I don't say that lightly, like it's such a cliche trope, video game crack. This game is video game crack. It is delightful. I will not bother playing it for you right now. Go look it up if you want, but just trust me, trust Awesome Tatum, trust anyone who's played it. It is like a shot of adrenaline that Uma Thurman gets in, what's that fucking motion picture show? The goddamn Pulp Fiction, when Travolta stabs her in the heart with the adrenaline needle. That's what this game is like. Even a game like Ultra Kill, which up until this game came out was one of the most, oh my God, I may have a heart attack playing this fucking game, is not as that as this. Game Pass tried to dunk on Grums by giving free Game Pass codes. I don't understand. Why? What does that mean? What does that mean? Tisco Wave says the game made him bust. There you go. Look at this. Speaking of Xbox, but I would like to know what you mean, Eddie T. Game Pass tried to dunk on Grums, giving him free codes. What is that? What does that mean? Why would Xbox even acknowledge somebody like Grums? You can stream it without waiting for a download, but I recommend playing it with keyboard mouse, and they don't have that. Angerfoot's great as well, Mutant Mo. I don't think it's as good as this, but it's great. Absolutely. He accused them of promoting woke games, and they replied with codes. What is the matter with that little weirdo? What is the matter with that little weirdo? The language he uses, and maybe this is another reason that I push back on a lot of this shit when you guys are like, just let us, enjoy how the sausage is made. Because some people believe this fucker. Look at this. Look, I blocked him, and I think he blocked me, but I'll just view his post anyway. What did he write recently? It was crazy what he wrote. I was just like, are you out of your mind? Like, he writes this stuff like he's on some battlefield. It's just disgusting. And it's so embarrassing. I'm seeing if I can find it. Hang on, give me a second, guys, because I do want to play this for you or read this to you. What is this? Is that Zendaya and Doctor Who? Really? Disney have confirmed Doctor Who season 3 casting Zendaya, and this is a lie. It's got to be a lie. But that would have been cool. That would have been cool. Okay. Oh, he's such a little pussy, this guy. I just can't stand him. Isn't that terrible to feel that way about a fellow human? But I can't stand him. I just can't stand the guy. Anyway, I'll find it later. I'll do a whole Grums thing. I'll just kind of read some of the Grums stuff. But it's so disturbing where he talks about, we have to keep fighting. It's only going to get harder. We're on the side of valor and history and all this shit. And it's like, what's the matter with you? What is the matter with you, you fucking little weirdo, man? It's just disturbing. Oh man, it's so gross. I can't. Who cares, Jaffe? I care, Waney. I care. David K says, do I have to send you the pictures of the Silent Hill Stoner Joe reference? It's so good, and I got a reference to my drawings. David K, are you Stoner Joe? Okay, well, I'll put you back on the wheel. Yes, send me the drawings. Send me the drawings. I played all through Silent Hill 2. That's how much I enjoyed it, and I have no idea what you're talking about. I saw nothing in there that implied to me that we were looking at Stoner Joe reference. Okay, so Nugget says David K is Stoner Joe. Okay. New co-pilot for gaming aims to save you time, help you get good. Yeah, there you go. Movie Maniac says people bloviating on their own creative process is like smelling their own farts. You're not wrong, Jaffe. I know, it's gross. Co-pilot for gaming, the ultimate gaming sidekick that helps players get to play faster, sharpen skills with expert coaching, and enjoy a more social gaming experience. Listen, fellas, they announced that here's how it works. AI-powered updates that are coming directly to Xbox players to help you save time, find new games you're likely to love, and help you ease back into a game you may have stepped away from, which I think is fantastic. I think they're going to show us. Let's watch a little bit of what it looks like. Here we go.
Games in this podcast range from E to M.
Let me get this.
Hello, and but let's start with you, Fatima.
We're certainly not going to watch the whole thing. We'll watch like 3 or 4 minutes just to get the deal. Father Alex, I don't know yet what it works for, but let's find out.
What has really been your focus?
So for me, because I'm relatively newer to Xbox, my first instinct was to really learn more about the players. So really, if we're going to go build products, especially as we think of where gaming is headed, what needs to be done,
By the way, here it comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch the chat. Maybe my timing's a little off. I'm waiting. Darth Nugget, there we go. Holy 7-Eleven, Batman. I knew somebody was going to make fun of the accent. Let me explain something to you, stupid motherfucker, Darth Nugget. This motherfucker speaks at least 2 languages, right? When people make fun of people with accents, it drives me up the wall. Because what that means is they have bothered to learn different languages. They have bothered to do what a lot of you guys do, where they say, why don't you learn English? Well, this lady now speaks English and probably something else. But instead, let's make fun of her. Man, I'll tell you, people are assholes. Here we go.
really need to ground myself in the player and where they're moving forward. And that's the part that I found very interesting. Like, gamers in the future are definitely multi-device, right? Like, they use Netflix, they use Spotify, they're used to their content going with them everywhere. And that's the trend that you see. And I was looking at some very interesting stats that say, like, as you...
What's really bothering to me about it, though, is you guys focus on her accent. And then you're not even making comments about the fact that the remaining member of ZZ Top is now working for Xbox. I don't understand.
Go from like the broader cohort of gamers to Gen Z, Gen Alpha, then the percentage of the gamers that are now multi-device increases. So you really think about experiences that have to go with you everywhere. The other things I realized is, again, because consumers are not just consumers in isolation. They get experience to
I
all
want
the other
to know
consumer
about
products out there.
Copilot.
We talked about it a bit, but like I love the fresh eyes that you're going to be bringing to this app.
And really then make sure that we can bring those people along, like
Here
I
we
talked
go, here we go.
about for gaming, because that is one of the things that we are working on, and we want to bring it out to players to try. Copilot in the context of Xbox has to be about gameplay. It has to be personalized to you, the way that you like to play, and it should be able to help you kind of get further in gaming, be your companion, and help connect you with families and communities. AI is going to be there, and you can chat with it, and it can track.
So if you, I mean, this is really cool. If you can see what it's saying, well, that's true too. Philip says she probably wouldn't even be speaking English if the Brits hadn't invaded and colonized India in the first place. That's true. It's not okay. So this person is playing the mobile version of, I guess this is Age of Empires, and he says, "I want to get back into it. Can you install it?" And she says, "Yeah. Do you want a recap of where you left off?" And then it says, "Last time you were defending Tyre in the Sultan's Ascend campaign, you ventured out to take fight to the Franks, but let's just say it didn't go as planned. Your base was destroyed." So she's giving you a recap. Here is a version of it with Minecraft.
And help connect you with families and communities. AI is going to be there, and you can chat with it, and it can trash talk you if that's what you need. But really, AI could bring those people together and help you tell you when your friends are doing things as well.
Nice, nice. I like the idea of like I can set a setting of how disrespectful it's going to be
Absolutely,
to me. Yeah,
right?
like is it going to be like maybe you should have mined that versus like maybe you should just get better. You
Yeah.
know?
Right. So he's like, "I've got some wood. This is you saying it to the mic. What do I do with that?" And it says, and again, I've experienced this already, not with this overlay, but if you subscribe to ChatGPT or anything like that, especially one that talks to you like ChatGPT will, play a game with it. It's absolutely amazing. And it is transformative. I'm not saying it's better or worse, but it is transformative. It is like having a living strategy guide sitting on your shoulder. And then when you ask it to role play as someone in the universe of the game you're playing, it's amazing. I was playing it. I have a video up about it. I was playing Stalker 2, which is set like, in the wastelands of, the future. Well, I don't know if it's the future, but anyway, the wastelands of some Russian area. And, I had the AI, I said, "Look, pretend you're a survivor with me." So in between helping me understand how to play the game, she was also like, "Hey, it's getting late. I think we need to find," she was like integrating what she was training me on into the narrative of like, "It's late. We need to find some shelter." I remember we saw this thing by the tree, but I don't know, those, whatever the monsters were, the zombies or whatever they called them, looked pretty bad. It's very cool. It's very, very fucking cool.
Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
gosh.
And I will tell you, like, this is not just Copilot. My 6-year-old and my 9-year-old are usually my gaming partners,
Yeah.
and I get a lot of yelling, like, "Mama, you are so bad."
I do like the idea of you guys playing co-op games with your kids though, or just like experience
The right moment.
Insider program as an example.
All right, whatever. So you get the idea, though. You get the idea. Can it trash talk you trees go to war and call me racist while playing Call of Duty? I mean, you don't need it to. Those jobs have already been filled. But sure, it can. Especially Grok will do it. Brendan Plays, thank you, buddy. He says, "Love Madhouse, Jaffe, but I love hearing the gaming talk. Maybe a small section can be gaming on it." I don't really, unless they have me over on that doing nerds, I don't think Madhouse is the place for it. I think that's why I have this channel and this show, because it really is, because people, I like keeping them not separate, but it allows both sort of shows to be very focused is what I would say. So I probably won't bring much of it over there. Yeah. Darth Nugget says, racial slurs while playing Call of Duty. Now that is nostalgia. I know it's terrible. I just mute them all now. I never listen to any of them. I skipped Stoner Joe's super chat. Well, I haven't gotten to it. I didn't skip it. I'm getting to it right now. Thank you, David. I didn't know I did. I did. I put him back on the wheel a second time. Do I have to send you pictures of the Silent Hill Stoner Joe reference? And I said, yes. It's so good, and I got a reference to my drawings. Come on, Jaffe. No, I would love those pictures. Yes, please. And I will put them up in the chat, and we will see what people think about them. We'll see if that makes sense. Look at this though. I wish, you know what? I mean, this is another reason, by the way, when you guys talk about, well, you know, Jaffe, why don't you make games or this, that, or the other? You know, multiplayer, at least multiplayer, and I think this is specific to multiplayer, the hardest fucking thing is knowing how to succeed. Like, at least if you're making a single player game, you know, it's like if you're making a movie and it's like we're making a horror film, we're making a genre film. Okay. So we know if we just check the boxes, it may not be a classic, but if we check the boxes and we stay within the budget, it'll be a good product at worst, right? Multiplayer games make no fucking sense why something hits. Or if it does, I don't think we have figured it out yet, right? This game, Spectre Divide, which I didn't like either. Father Alex says the game sucked. I didn't enjoy it. I don't think it sucked. I think it was very interesting. If I remember correctly, it was like it was a shooter where you controlled you, but you could jump into the body of a clone. And it was one of those things that if you look at it on paper, you're like, this sounds fascinating. But in execution, it didn't work. And every time people try to make a game that is a multiplayer service game that twist, like you can only twist the formula 5%. More than that, you're in trouble. But then I look at this game. So this failed. It didn't even survive 6 months. This game also failed. This was basically Battle Royale Mario Kart. How could you go wrong? It was 60-player free-to-play racing royale game. And I played it, and I don't want an ad, you fuck. I played it, and I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. And it's like, did that just get fucked because of execution? Because conceptually, I thought it was such a strong idea. What is it? Battle Royale racing game? I forget what it's called. I just, maybe it was the title. Stampede Royal Rumble, right? It's a great fucking idea. I know there are lots of other kart racers, but there's not one that is 60 players, and every time you do a lap, if you're in the bottom 10, you explode, right? It's like that racing mode, but it's online with 60 people. It's like, oh my God, that just sounds perfect. And if I was running a development house and someone came to me with this, I would say, oh my God, this is going to be the next Fall Guys. And it didn't work. Right. And K-Nub says he never heard of it. Yeah, well, the funny thing is, Eric in the chat says, I love seeing these games fail. Single player games are the way. The problem is you're wrong, because think about that. Think about how much money these fucking video games make when they hit, that they must be so enticing that they're willing to continue to roll the dice. Because if a game like this had become the next Fall Guys, look how cheap this is. Comparatively speaking, this cost almost nothing. Now, Concord's problem was Concord spent like a AAA on a game that they should have spent before anything else to see if it was even desirable, like a AA indie game. So I don't know. It may have been marketing or advertising. Look, man, if Sony were to ever do a kart racing game, I would totally want those guys to do Racing Royale. But I remember playing this, and it may have just been the way they communicated. It was so chaotic because there were so many people that it may have been, they may have needed to figure out a way to sort of instance laps. And even though it's only 10, it's kind of like there's 100 different instance tracks the same. And when you finish a lap, like the top 5 in every lap go and the bottom 5 break, or get destroyed. So you're still only racing 10 people at a time, but it's still kind of at a meta level. There's a very clear communication of the battle royale aspect, because otherwise it's just chaos on the track. And that's probably what it was. They probably fell in love with the drama of, look at all these racers on a track. And it was just, no. Your movie's about to start. You're going to go see Novocaine. Any thoughts? I don't know what the ratings are. It looks cool though. It looks cool. You know what we should do now? Here's what we should do. I'm going to spend a little time talking to the chat, and then I want to spin the wheel. So let's say Tech Protect. Come on in here, Tech Protect. Come on in here now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now, Tech. God damn it, Tech Protect. What is he doing? What is he doing? Yeah, Crash Team Nitro isn't fun. I heard people loved it. I've never played it. I know it's on Game Pass. If people want a good single player game, play Immortals of Avium. Right. That is on, I think it's on PlayStation Plus and stuff like that. I heard it's great. Haven't played it yet. Hey, so we're going to spin the wheel in about 5 minutes. So stick around so we can track who the people are who win.
I have one more name to add, and it's Ludium.
Ludium.
Replace one of the
replace one
Awesome
of
Tatum
Awesome
ones.
Tatum. Okay, Ludium. Okay, anybody else available Saturday at 10:30 in the morning who wants to be on the wheel? I currently have 2 slots right here that are free spaces. So if anybody wants them, the first person in the chat to hit the number 8, the first 2 will get it. You got to hit the number 8, but you got to be available to play.
The other 2 Tatums, you should just change them to reroll since no one claimed them.
Tatum? These 2 right here, the freeze?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to claim them in the chat, but I guess you guys don't want to play in the chat, so we're done. I give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, Anthony wants another one. Oh, I don't plan on abandoning Avowed. I've been busy playing other games. Anthony and Fuzznuts wants one more. Okay. I'm going to give it to Matthew since you already got one, Fuzznuts. Matthew Montedoro. All right. Here we go. This is for Split Fiction Saturday at 10:30. We've already got 2 players. We're looking for 2 more. So here's Stoner Joe. Stoner Joe, hit me up in the Discord. Hang on. All right. He says, this is what Stoner Joe just sent me. After we go through Stoner Joe's work, we will then spin the wheel. So Stoner Joe is under the impression that his artwork is somehow reflected in Silent Hill 2. Let me bring it up on the screen for you guys to see. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at, honestly, but let me open in browser. So he sent me this picture, and I guess this is Silent Hill 2, which I don't remember this in Silent. Is this the hospital or whatever? But here's what Stoner Joe says about it. He says, look at the arch upside down, the stairs as the eyes, the railing as the nose, the small stairs as the mouth, and the upside down arch is the jaw. Okay, so he then flipped it upside down, which I'll share with you right now. This is that in Silent Hill upside down, okay? And what he is saying to us is, he says, doesn't it look like the face in the arch when it's right side up? Okay, so he basically is under the impression that this picture of him is basically here. And I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Now, Stoner Joe, I'm not making light of his schizophrenia. He literally wrote in and said, I want to show you this, and I'm not making fun of him. I think what he's saying is, this is the chin, and this is like the afro puffy hair, and the stairs are maybe the eyes. I mean, okay, so what I would say, Stoner Joe, is this. Sure, if you take the picture, turn it upside down, allow for the fact that in your picture, the hair goes all the way across. In this picture, it doesn't. And the eyes, okay, what do you mean you see it?
I see it.
Show me. How does this look? Let me bring them both up. Hang on a second. If I can do that. Let me.
Sorry, Jaffe, but I do see it.
Okay, well, explain it.
Nah.
You do not. Don't fuck with this man.
Look, it's right there. That's the face is right there.
Do not fuck with. Shut the. Yeah, exactly. My brother says it's called periodalia. What are you talking about? It's
you
like
see the eyes.
No,
and the
I don't.
hair?
I see the chin, which is just an arch. And even though it's an arch, it's a fatter arch than his chin because he's drawn as a very skinny guy. I see the hair, but the hair for some reason stops here like he's Larry David and he's bald here. So yeah, I guess kind of sort of. Then you have to turn it upside down. Explain to me where the eyes are though.
I don't see how you're not fucking with the vision, Jaffe. It's right there.
Don't fuck with it. This guy might be really sick, man. I think he kind of is really sick. Don't play with him.
I think, how many days have I gone without sleep? I see it though. I'm like,
Valo, what about the stairs? These don't look like eyes. I mean, I guess they kind of do if you want them to, but his eyes are mini arches, right? They're like boop and they're curve. These stairs are just rectangles, right? I don't understand. Ever see
how you don't get the vision.
Shut the fuck up. Philip says, ever see the lady that sees the devil in the monster logo? No. Where would I find this? David K says, take me off the wheel. I sent the pics on Discord with the Stoner Joe account. All right. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. But are you Stoner Joe or not? But okay, I'll take you off the wheel. And then I'll replace you because Thrill says, Jaffe, can you take that little finger and spin me? You're a weirdo, but I love you. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. Thrillho666. And then Warped Eye says, I don't want to be on the wheel, but take my money anyways. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. It's very delightful and generous. Stoner Jojo D says, Warped Eye, I want Jaffe to do the same thing. Your incredible donation and then mine. Jaffe and Tech must now choose something. I have no idea what you're writing. Does anybody, thank you, Stoner, thank you, Jojo D, for the super chats. I don't know what the fuck you're writing. Can somebody translate Jojo D for me? This is what we're getting from, is this what Philip was talking about?
At Warped Eye. Hey, at Warped Eye, I want Jaffe to do the same thing. Your incredible donation and then mine. Jaffe and Tech must now choose something. Oh, so the same thing that...
so is Jojo D saying we want to take him off the wheel? Is that what he's saying?
So Warped Eye and Jojo D are saying use their names for other people.
Is that what you're saying, Jojo D? Okay, so Philip, I'm looking for this 666. I don't see it.
There you go. That's the it's Vav Vav Vav, which I think is Hebrew for
666.
Yeah.
But the problem with 666 is it's not even the devil's sign. It was a sign for who was the last emperor of Rome? Was it Nero? It was a way for them to talk about him in code, and people have just decided that it means the devil, but it doesn't mean the devil. I mean, it does now, I guess, because, language changes, but that's never what it was about. There's nothing mystical about the number 666, but, Hail Santa. Yeah, you goddamn right. Is that what Jojo D wants us to do?
Hail Santa?
No, I think he wants us to change it. You goddamn right, Philip. It's not yelling. I love when people act like, you're yelling. It's like, you're an idiot.
Jojo says bingo. So
it's
I think it's a yes.
It's like they're capital letters. They're not going to hurt you. All right. Well, does anybody want to take Jojo D's place? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots. Thank you, Jojo D. Very generous. You need to be available between 10 and 11:30 or so Saturday morning, California time, if you want to play with us. Okay, Anthony wants one. Stop ruining everybody's private party with your truth bombs. Sorry.
I say, yeah. So if anyone in the chat says, so Anthony wants more, fuck.
Well, yeah, unless somebody else wants them.
You can change them to reroll for those that are already donated. That way, it's like more fair.
Okay, all right. Let me do that. Let me do that 1 second.
Everybody hates you, and I'm glad your husband died. He probably killed himself.
Right. It was for Nero. 666 for Nero. Right. 663. It was changed. Okay. Okay. We'll add some rerolls here then. If anybody, I got 3 free spaces before we spin, but these will be reroll. Philip doesn't want to be on the wheel. He doesn't like to play video games. Okay, are we ready? Are we ready to spin? Yeah, that was Tech Protect's fire alarm. I love that my child lives in a house where the fire alarm batteries haven't been changed. Jesus Christ. Jesus
I don't know what
Christ.
you're talking about, Jaffe.
Yeah, well, you know. Does Boogie play games? I assume he does. I don't know. Nathan, you'd like a spot? You got it, pal. You got it, pal. Nathaniel Fincher. Why would we remove Hideo Shoto? He didn't win last time. He's not on the thing.
I got Darth Nugget's dog with the fucking fire alarm thing.
All right, here we go. Here we go. This is going to be spin number 1. And we'll also do, if you are watching on Saturday and someone doesn't show up, I'm not going to add new names, but I'll keep spinning on Saturday. But right now we're looking for the last 2 players. Here we go, folks. Yep, we got a re-roll. Maybe not. Hey, Nathaniel's in. Nathaniel, last minute. It's not Nathaniel. It's Nathaniel. Would you get that, please, Tech? Would you write that down?
Nathaniel, you said?
Nathaniel Fincher. Make sure you're a member of the Discord, Nathaniel, and we'll get you in on Saturday. All right, here we go. Here we go. Last spin of the day. Last spin of the day. 1 second. Okay. All right, here we go.
No offense, David Jaffe, but that's bullshit.
Here we go.
I will change the batteries for a $10 dono.
Shut up.
Thank you, gamers.
This is not lolcow. Ludium gets in. So here's what we got. Of course, everybody can watch it, Joe Judy. Thank you, Joe. We've got Jonathan Bouchard, Rocket Matt, Ludium, and Nathaniel. If it turns out one of these guys doesn't show up, the good news is we're going to spin again. We're going to spin again. But make sure you're there. Also, make sure you, hello Grant, make sure you download, I'll put it up in the Discord, but you have to make sure you download the game before. You don't have to buy it. You're going to be downloading here. I'll show you what it is. What's it called? Not It Takes Two, Split Fiction friend code, right? So let's say you're playing on, if you're playing on Steam, you just go and you get the friend pass. So you just get it. So then you're ready to jump in and play. Same thing on PlayStation, same thing on Xbox. That way, all I have to do is give you a code and suddenly we're off to the races, right? Okay. So fellas, that is the show for today. That is Gabbin' and Games for Thursday. I will be back tomorrow morning, 9:00 on Lolcow with a new Madhouse. I will be back tomorrow doing something here in the afternoon on Gabbin' and Games. Oh, I didn't cover that. Let me do that. You're right. Sorry. Yes. Oh my God, you guys. You guys. Don't go anywhere yet. I got to blow your fucking mind. Call of Duty has a bunch of new maps out right now. And they also have like a St. Patrick's Day, like collecting clovers for weapons. They also have they're running the Ninja Turtles right now, where if you play and you do well, you can get Splinter skin. It's pretty cool. But there's a new map in the multiplayer that is fucking delightful, and it is called Bullet. And these are images from it. And it's basically Bullet COD 6. Let me see if I can show you some videos of this, or let's see. It's set on a bullet train. It reminds me of playing GoldenEye on the train, but it's multiplayer and you can fight in all the cars. A lot of the cars are different. There's a lot of places that you can, take cover and create choke points. You can fall out of the train and die. You can get up on the rooftop though, which is the absolute best for shortcuts. Like the map is very simple. This is what it looks like, right? But you also have the vertical that you can get up on the rooftop and drop down in skylights and shit like that. And it is so fucking fun and focused and addictive. I will be playing this probably tonight or tomorrow on stream. If you have Call of Duty, if you have Game Pass, highly recommend you download it because we're going to be doing a game night soon. I haven't played any of the other new maps. You said we have a bullet train map already. This is a brand new one. I haven't seen this one before, so I'm not sure what you mean. One lane map, says Matthew. How innovative. I don't give a fuck if it's innovative. I give all the fuck in the world that it's fun. It doesn't mean here's why it's fun. It's fun because the gameplay is great. It is a genuinely good map, especially if you're playing like MVP. Right. When you played today, there's also snipers on the roof. Yeah, it's very, very cool. This game I have never come across. I have never come across this map print screen. So maybe it's a couple weeks old. I found it for the first time today. It served it up to me the first time today. Love this fucking map. But yeah, the snipers are on the roof that are great. Those are really, really fun. And it feels like you're playing an action movie. It's excellent. And yes, Neko, don't forget the lunar eclipse tonight. In California, I think we'll be able to see it around 11:30. It's a little cloudy here, so I don't know how well we're going to see it, but it's a full lunar eclipse. And a blood moon, I believe, or is that the same thing? No, I don't know. The point is it's tonight.
Different things.
Watch it. Translate K-Extreme for me, Tech Protect. What's he saying?
Genial, grande Jaffe. YouTube me recomendó tu stream. No pensé verte por acá y en vivo.
Translate.
So that says, Big David Jaffe. YouTube recommended the stream. I never thought I could see you here. And live. Hee.
K-, welcome to Gabbin' and Games. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the community, my good friend. Then Bitrate says, Oye Conio. What's that mean?
He's saying, Oye coño. That's like a islander type of Spanish, but he's saying like, what's up, asshole, kind of.
Oh, fuck you, bitch. Warped Eye says, did you try the boat map on the yacht today? No, not yet. Michael Dragon says Stellar Blade is a good single player game. I played the demo. I liked it, but I haven't gone back and played it. I'm playing too many other things. Kate Ash is from Chile. Excellent. Odele says Zeke. E2 Mama Tambien. Donde está el Javi's butthole?
That's funny.
It's in your mom's dresser drawer. She rents it every night and I pay her or she pays me. La Tuya Way? What's that?
Means yours also. Like way is an interesting word in Spanish, but it's essentially like brother or friend, but also can mean like dumbass. You know, it's like a friendly way of saying dude.
Oh, okay. Well, how do we say in Spanish? That's been the show. Thank you for your support. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning on Madhouse and tomorrow afternoon on Gabbin' and Games. Be well, be safe, and we're done. How do you say?
Fue el programa a todos. Me gusta que vinieron para ver el show del Jaffe. Vamos a estar aquí mañana para el show de Local Madhouse a las 9 de la mañana aquí en California, PST, o las 12 vamos a hacer un juego de Gabbin' and Games. You're going to play Call of Duty, right?
Yeah, maybe tonight, yes.
A lo mejor vamos a hacer un juego de Call of Duty. Me gustaría que pasaran por acá a darnos ducats a mi señor Jaffe.
Wait, you said ducats. What is ducats? I know it means money, but what are you asking them for?
For ducats. I said, hopefully you can spend some ducats on Mr. Jaffe.
Got it. Okay.
Pues órale, vente a la programa hoy en la noche para jugar el Call of Duty with Jaffe.
Be well. Be well.
Taco burrito. Okay, fools.
Hey, it's time for
now
the show.
I need an exit song, but it's the exit song.
I hate AI, you say, but who cares?
Tech, I'll call you in 5 minutes.
Progress, man. Like, see
Sounds
many
good.
taxis around anymore.
Thank you, David K, for the final super chat. Appreciate it, buddy.
Who is crying? Oh, it's you, the baby. Oh, everyone, look at the baby. Laugh and point, 'cause he's a baby, idiot baby. Babies are dumb, they can't do math or play games. Idiots. Hey, welcome to the show. I I got a secret to tell you, I like you. I mean really, really like you. Like in a sexy time way. Holy cow, I did it, I said it. Man, I finally admitted how I feel. Love going to therapy, but I still hate the babies, yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. And here's a song written by AI. Oh no, I hate AI, you say. But who cares, cause I mean, that's progress, man. Like seeing many taxis around anymore, or elevator operators. Get with it, you baby. Who is crying? Oh, it's you, the baby. Ha, ha, everyone look at the baby. Laugh and point, cause he's a baby. Idiot baby. Babies are dumb, they can't do math or play games. Idiots. Hey, welcome to the show. I got a secret to tell you, I like you. I mean really, really like you. Like in a sexy kind way. Holy cow, I did it, I said it. Man, I finally admitted how I feel. Love going to therapy, but I still hate the babies, yeah. Hey, welcome to the show. It's the only place where you're liked, you know. You thought your parents loved you, but then said, they don't love me, cause I am a baby. And what are babies? Hell yeah, they so stupid. Welcome to the show. F them damn babies. Am I right? Yeah!